Morning guys, Sunday the 17th of May 2020, following the Alan's allotment here again. Excuse me. Hope you're all staying safe, practical and keeping yourselves out of harm's way. So today I'm going to try some footage on the new camera that I bought I was speaking about yesterday. It's sort of a semi-professional little outfit. I'm not sure how good it is, but it has got good reviews guys. So it's got a boom mic on. So hopefully that's going to keep out all the background noise, and I don't know what range it is, but we'll find out as we go along guys. So today we came up, had a quick look in the polytunnel. Everything appears to be okay in there. Not too fussed. I've bottom watered some of the little seedlings, but put them back and everything's okay. Fed and watered all the pigeons and the chickens. Been over into the garden and something has decided to start digging in the beds and digging up the plants, and I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a rat, but I'm not 100% certain. I might have to set up the little video camera, time-lapse video camera, to see if I can catch what it is that's doing this, because it's really annoying me now. Thankfully it hasn't done any of the vegetables, but it's digging the primroses out in one of the beds. And it's making a right old mess, and it's digging in the wood chips, trying to get down underneath the cardboard that's underneath the wood chips and one thing or another. And it's just been an absolute nuisance. Anyways, that aside, so we're going to just have this cup of coffee that I'm sitting here with now, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. I'm going to clean a couple of pigeon lofts out. That's one thing for certain. And then we may either decide to pair some of the birds up, and I might give you some footage of that later, or I might do the solar panel basic DIY wiring for John. I'm not entirely sure how much I'm going to get done. The weather looks like it's threatening to rain, and boy do we need it, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Looking at the satellite picture, it looks like it's going to go right round us. We might get a splash, but it certainly won't put anything in them barrels. And I think I'm down to about 30 litres in one of the IBC now. It's really, really desperate. But there we go. I'm at the mercy of the weather. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, guys. Okay guys, so I'm back in the shed again now. So I've been out and I've filled up all the corn bins for the pigeons. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheds, dustbin fulls of pigeon corn. And I actually make it up in a mix, and it takes quite a while to do that. I can put so much of this type of corn, so much of that type of corn, and so much type of the other one, and then I actually hand mix all the corn. So that's taken me quite a while. Filled up all the water bottles, the 25 litre water containers, and that's all of that done now. So I'm just back in the shed having a cup of coffee. Excuse me. So I've just had a quick walk over the garden and caught the culprit red-handed that's making the real mess over there. Uprooting the primroses, digging in the beds, digging in the wood chips, and the size of the hollows, I would have thought this was something like a cat or a dog or even a chicken. It turns out it's a blackbird. I sat and watched it for about 10 minutes, and the holes that it was digging was quite remarkable. I couldn't believe how big the holes were that it was digging in the wood chips. But yeah, so it turns out it's a blackbird, guys. So I've torn between leaving it to do its thing and finding some way of getting rid of it without harming it. but I'm not sure that's going to be practical, so I'm probably just going to have to live with the scenario, guys. It's a little bit of an annoyance, to be perfectly honest with you, but yeah, it is what it is. It's another one of those things, I guess. So yeah, I'm not sure how this footage is coming out on this new camera, but hopefully it's going to be good. So I bought myself a new piece of software as well. I've bought Adobe Premiere 2020, and I'm starting to play about with video editing. You'll see in one of the last videos that I put up, I've actually created a little intro. It's not brilliant, but it's okay for now. And considering I've got no experience at all of video editing, um, it's not a bad first attempt. And on the end of that, you'll see one of the racing pigeons actually coming back from one of the races back in 2018. Quite a spectacular, and as luck would have it, I had one of the little sports cams sitting on the other trapping centre, and I had it in slow motion, and I just happened to capture that just right as it was coming in from off the race, and I thought it was a spectacular piece of footage myself. But there we go. I mean, I was trying to find a way of taking out the timestamp off the video, but as yet I haven't fathomed that one out. But at least I've now got an interest in the house as well, so I can play around with the video editing suite, and you can lose a lot of hours doing that. Just trying to get a clip to look right. It can take a considerable amount of time. Obviously, the more experience you get with the software, the better you become with it, and the quicker you can do it. But at the moment, I'm still a novice, and I'm learning everything from scratch. So yeah, you have to bear with me on this one, guys, and hopefully the footage is going to get slightly better as we go along. So that's just another quick update. I'm now having this cup of coffee, and then I've got one or two of the sheds to go and give a quick clean out, just on the nest boxes. The floor, under the floors are still fine, but on the nest boxes I want to give those a quick clean out. And then I'm thinking about starting to select some pigeons to go with some of the females, the hens, to go into the nest boxes with the cocks in their sheds. And I've just got to work out which ones I want to go with which ones. It doesn't always go according to plan, and I'll have to monitor it for a few days, which is going to mean I'm going to have to come up after work each night to keep a check on them, to see they're okay, to make sure that the males aren't being too aggressive with the females. They can sometimes damage them, but it's very, very rare. And usually if it gets to that extreme, then you remove that female from the male, or you remove the male from the breeding program. It's simple as that. So yeah, I'll come back to you when I've got a bit more update, guys. For now, stay safe, and I'll see you later. Okay guys, so a bit of a final roundup. So I'm really pleased with how today's gone. I've actually got the kettle on, so it's going to start boiling and whistling in a minute. Basically I've done a little bit in the polytunnel. There wasn't a great deal to do. A couple of plants to water down, and which were done in minutes. But I've got a couple of sheds cleaned out, and then I've got the birds paired up, 2 lofts paired up. Now there's 9 in one shed and 7 in another shed, plus the mates. That's 18 in one and 14 in the other. One was taken out of the equation for causing a load of hassle, and like I said, you can easily remove them from the breeding programme if they start to become a nuisance. They can get to such a state where if they're that much of a problem, they can actually go in other nests and kill youngsters and break eggs and so on. So he's been removed from the breeding programme this year. That doesn't mean he's not really an aggressive cock, but because I wanted youngsters out of the other almond, the classic almond type, more than out of him, and I have several almond hens paired to other birds, I should get a fair amount of almonds. My main aim is to get some of the milky checks, the frill stencil if I really can, and that would really be nice. Some of the barless paired with the ice hen, that would be nice as well. They will come out barred, and they won't look anything like a true racing pigeon, but they'll be the foundation for to start breeding the barless ice. So that'll be good. I'm also excited about the almond and the reduced opal. So it'd be nice to see what that brings. I'm not going to take youngsters off every single pair, as I said. I'm only going to take them off select ones, and if that means just taking one egg from the ones I do want and floating them under the other ones, then we'll see how things go first of all, and see whether all of the eggs are full or not, and we're going to see how it goes. So on a positive note, the kettle's just about to boil now. I've had a really good and productive day. I'm really pleased with how things have gone today. It was a bit of a struggle getting the birds to settle down and finally select the correct mates for them. It always is, and it's usually a full day and sometimes 2 days in order to get that done. Sorry guys, so I just paused you out there for a little while I was making the cup of tea. A cup of coffee even. Yeah, I keep on saying that, don't I? So yeah, it always is a bit of a fight to get them paired up, especially if you're giving them new mates. If you're just putting them back with their original mates that know the nest boxes, they know the shed, they just automatically go back together. But because you're putting some new mates with some of the newer birds, you've got to get them all locked away so that there's no fighting, and then the new ones that have got new mates are the ones to be out of the boxes first, so they can find their way back and forward and follow the cocks back to the boxes until they get to know where the box is. Once that's achieved, you can then let them all out, because the other ones would already know where their boxes are. And that just helps to minimise the fighting and stress on the birds. So all in all, I'm really pleased with how things have gone today, and more importantly, it's come on to rain, and it's not pouring down, but I can hear water trickling into the IBC, however little that is. So I'm pleased about that. I'd like to think it was going to absolutely empty down all night tonight and then get out fine again tomorrow, and put a couple of 100 litres at least into these IBCs and the water bottles. That would be really good, and that would really round off the weekend nice, especially after the last couple of weekends with the challenges I've been having. Anyways guys, I'm going to have this cup of coffee and then I'm going to make my way home. I have had some food today, but I'm now hungry again and I need my tea. And the wife's been on the phone finding out where I'm at, because I'm a bit later than I normally am. So yeah, stay safe, take care, and be practical. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Then hit the little bell icon on the right hand side of the subscribe button to be alerted to each time I put up a new video. And one of these days I'll actually do a video and I won't make any mistakes verbally. Although I've always got the photo editing software now, I can cut it out. No, I always said right from the start, if I make a mistake and you guys get a laugh out of it, so be it. Take care.